Alright, we're back at it. Got a couple hours left here at daylight, so let's see if we can play around with this welder, Harbor Freight Titanium 125. Easy flux, supposedly. So, yeah. But I brought home, I stopped home, I got a whole bunch of little pipe fittings and everything. We're going to play around with these. See how these weld up. I cut some grooves in these. Mimicking a, what do you call it? Welding two pipes together, basically what it comes down to. Let's see if we blow any holes through this thing. So let me get the camera set up and we'll play around with this a little bit more. See how she goes. Alright, so let me get set up and we'll get going here. Alright, let's give it a go. Let me get my gloves on. And if you remember in the last video, I have the marks on here. We're going to go back to the low settings. Well, let's give it a try. I got my buddy Mike coming over here. He's a steam fitter, so he welds for a living. He's going to give it a try and show us what the deal is with this. Alright. I'm just going to knock off this broken piece. Okay, here we go. Forgot to clean it off. Let's take a look at it. It'll do the job. It's not the prettiest. You know, it could be that it's the cheap Harbor Freight flux core wire. I usually buy my wire at a welding store, and I can't think of the name of it right now. So there we go. Alright, we got Mike here. We're going to see how he does on this thing. He looks like he's doing pretty good. He's a welder, so he'll get this thing.
See how it's humped up?
Yeah.
It's a little cold. Put the heat up a little bit. We'll put the wire speed up to match.
Okay.
See what it does now. A little better. See how it's flattened out more?
Yeah, that looks nice.
Now let's go a little hotter yet. A little more wire speed. Every time you put the heat up, you gotta match it with the wire speed.
Gotta be James calling. Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
That's too hot.
Let's get reorganized.
See how the edges they're not laid where the edges are biting into the metal.
Yeah.
They're too sharp. Need a little more heat.
Alright.
It's a matter of finding the right combination. You get too hot and then you just make a hole.
We got action shots now.
flux. I stuck it. That's not too bad, that one.
Yeah, there you go.
Clean it up.
Yeah, that one looks nice.
I mean, it's flux. It'd do better if it was with gas. I don't know, does this unit even take gas?
No. This is flux only.
Flux only. I mean, just for home, little home repair welding and stuff.
It's fine.
Working on your exhaust and that's all you need. It ain't gotta be perfect. As long as it sticks.
All right, here we go. Let's give it a go. Oops.
Yeah, I just fitting this up with a little bit of a gap. So now I'm gonna put tacks on it.
So we got the gist of it. I'll come back when it's when he's done. All right, he's got this one all buttoned up here. It does the job.
You got a lot of BBs. If you use some anti-spatter spray on the metal first, because it's flux, it throws a lot of BBs. They stick to the metal. You could clean them off with a wire brush.
Yeah.
On a grinder, on a 4-inch angle grinder, and it'll knock a lot of them off. But that's if you were doing body work. You could see how I did it in a series of tacks until I eventually touched them all together.
Yeah.
And you could see I didn't warp the panel, it's straight. So now I'm gonna come back, this is if we were doing body work, which you'll get to see soon enough. As soon as this winter ends, and we can get back outside working, I'm gonna take a tiger paw on the 4.5-inch grinder here. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit, and then we'll see what the back looks like for penetration.
Oh, good idea.
It's a halfway decent welder for, say, a homeowner. I wouldn't use it commercially by any means. It's not gonna outperform no Miller or Lincoln by any means. But it's good for Joe Average that's just doing a little body work in his garage.
Fixing a bike frame.
Whatever, anything small, muffler work.
Want to do a roll cage with it?
No, you need something a little better. I mean, you get the gist. I'm not going to go crazy grinding it.
No, that's good enough. Flip it over, let's see what the bottom looks like.
That's what we're going to do. See, now if you had your Bondo or whatever plastic body filler, and now you go over the top of it with a little skin coat and body work that, you'll never know that that was there. You don't want a 1/2-inch thick of Bondo.
No.
You replace the metal. You got solid metal now. Little thin skin coat of body filler, you're good to go.
And the old titanium will do it.
Let's see what we got on the back there.
Not as good as I would like
It didn't
it.
penetrate as good as I would like because I'm only putting tacks. But I mean, if I came along and just welded it solid, that would it would be a lot better. Yeah, it's not a powerhouse welder by any means, but
It'll do the
you
job.
can see where I had a wider gap. We got more penetration here. When I went with the tighter gap down here, it's got a little bit of it's good for body work. You could see them. It went through a little bit here and there, but ideally, if I was welding this thing continuously out, the back should look exactly how the other side
Well, it should look like these.
It should look like that. You should actually have metal penetrating through.
This is the back side.
But I was trying to keep it cool.
These welds here.
And not overheat it and warp it. Because when you're doing body work, you don't want to warp it.
All right. So your thoughts on this?
Good for body work for the average homeowner. Good for muffler work, stuff like that.
Yeah, simple, easy.
Yeah, I mean, play around with it. It's a cheap welder. You're not going to get hurt. Spend a couple $100. It's not like you got thousands invested. Plugs into the wall socket. I mean, how could you go wrong?
You can't.
Even if your welds ain't the prettiest.
Well, you just keep practicing and practicing.
Yeah, just keep practicing. You got a grinder, grind them back down, try it again.
But I don't think you're going to get a pretty weld with this welder in Flux.
It's okay. It's not the best in the world.
These are about as pretty as she gets.
You really
so far.
You need something with a little more power. Something that runs a little hotter than that. But it'll do the job.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's better than that $99 welder that they had that everybody was buying. You only had one setting on and off.
Yeah, it's probably an inverter out of a wash machine or a dryer.
It's got a little bit of adjustment to it.
All right, so we're going to end this video here. That's all of it right there. Yeah, and as we learn more, and if we figure this thing out even better, we'll go even further making videos on this. Or you'll see it when I start doing some projects in this garage over here, welding. So yeah, that's it. We'll see you guys later.
Welding that or no?
Yeah, a couple little things. Let me get my helmet. All right, we're going to end this video right here. Just a couple last...
I'm gonna try to go continuous on it. It'll probably warp the piss out of it, but who cares?
Yeah. Trailed off here a bit, but...
I'm going blind. I don't have my glasses on. It's hard to see without my glasses. But that's all you gotta do. You don't need to wash back and forth for something small like this. Just drag it in a line. Try to get a even speed. Count in your head, like almost like the waltz type of tempo, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that little rhythm. Just think of the waltz in your head, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and that'll help give you a rhythm, so you know about the speed, how fast to drag, your travel speed.
And I'm surprised that little welder didn't overheat going that long bead.
No, it didn't light up, so it's not at full power either.
Yeah.
But,
all right. Well,
I mean, that right there, that'll hold something, no problem.
Oh yeah, that's real good. Yeah. All right, we're gonna end the video right here for the final time.
See how it's got that rainbow stripe?
That's what we wanted.
Yeah, you want a good rainbow stripe both sides of the weld. That means she's at the right temperature. It's not too cold.
All right, this video's long enough. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.